Guys, the restaurant that I'm about to expose, I'm sure they've broken every right at the Labor Relations Act. Just opened, it's in Menlyn. I've been working there for a few days now. So what happened is I went for a job interview. I showed them my CV, I'm in my socials, and I was hired on the spot. And then they told me that I should buy a uniform for this job, right? So cross belty, a white shirt, black shorts, black apron, black shoes. I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. I'm going to buy those things because I'm just grateful that I got the job. It was a bit for me at first because I was like, I've worked at other places previously and I've never had to buy my own uniform. But I was like, hey, it's whatever. I went to work the next day and then there was just like, oh, guys, there were more things piling up. As waitresses, Zitibana, we have to buy our own equipment, right? I didn't know about that. So basically, equipment is a bottle opener, a cigar cutter, e-cigarette lighter, cigar lighter. Yeah, but like you buy all of these things yourself out of your own pocket. Mind you, I just spent 1,000 rand on just the uniform, excluding the alterations, excluding the transport fees, and now I have to buy the equipment myself. But I was like, you know what, it's fine. This was 10 years because I had all of these things within the second day that I was working there, only to find out that there is no contract. There's nothing that is legally binding between you and the restaurant. You just go there, you work. If you get fired, you get fired because there's no contract, no soul. So, how are you going to defend yourself? That was the second red flag for me actually. And then they were like, we don't have a basic salary. As not basic salary, you make imali liquid tips. This wasn't discussed with me prior. You make imali liquid tips. There's like a mandatory tip of 10% that they bill to the customer. But even that 10% tip, the restaurant takes about, I think it's 20%, 30%. I stand to be corrected. Something about breakage and leverage. I don't know. So 10%, they still take imali etil. And when you come into work, you have to pay what they call a runner fee, which is 200 rand. So basically, a runner is someone that assists the waitress. And then you also have to pay your runner at the end of the night. Maybe I don't know how things work, but all of this seemed extreme to me, especially considering the fact that we don't have a basic salary. So fine, I worked there. My first day, it was not smooth sailing because it is my first day. Yes, I've worked at other places, but it's my first time working here. I'm still trying to learn how things work up. Guys, when I tell you what I went through at that restaurant, I have never gone through that in my entire life, even in my personal life. The way that they treat us, even the way that they talk to us, they make us feel less than, they belittle us. As in a break, you work from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m. the next day. There's no break. You have to sneak maybe a Red Bull in the bathroom or outside in the corner, even if you're eating ipaya yako. A manager's going to walk in and scold you for that. It's so guys, and I just felt like I had to speak up because there is no ways. I don't even know if the customers know that the employees are being treated this way. You know, but I was like, let me suck this up, let me just try my best to make money. But it's even hard to make Walamage tips because you find that most of the managers, they're friendly with some of the waitresses, so you could be standing there all day and not even get tables because they're giving it a feel when I also say, for example, last week Sunday I went home with a debt to the restaurant. I ended up having to owe the restaurant 20 rand because of leverage and breakage and whatnot. After working from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m., I ended up owing them. Excuse me. For example, today I've worked so hard, but just because I didn't quite feel now, your customers will come, they'll say, no, no customer kaban. You're like, okay, sure. I see how this is. Today I went home with 100 rand tips. I went home with 100 rand tips today after working from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m. And I was like, you know what? But it's okay. So before work started, we complained that the cutlery are shorter, things are slow in the kitchen. Then they were like, we are losing the cutlery, therefore everybody is getting fined 200 rand. How are we losing the cutlery? Who is taking it home? Who is losing it where? Like the Pele restaurant, they search our bags when we go home. So where is it being lost? So basically, we are buying a cutlery here restaurant because they find all of us 200 rand. That accountant or whatever she is, she gave me this 100 rand. When I did, you find the tata. Then the manager came to me. She's like, Mihlali, we know you're not on the WhatsApp group, but we're finding everyone 200 rand. There's like, so because my tips for the day. This is how much I made from working from 1 p.m. up until AM. There's 100 rand. So if man 200 rand, cutlery fine. They're like, no, like basically my demanding because I owe them. Guys, when I tell you my tears were here, like I told myself that, you know what, I'm gonna go home because this is cruel. Like like basically I'm gonna be left at a negative 100 rand after working so many hours. Because Nina, you don't want to buy your stock or inventory. What is it called as a restaurant? Like besides that, the way that they speak to us, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the previous in the part one. The way they speak to you, if you even doubt about so basically this other manager, she comes to me and then she's like, and I'm like, she's like, mind you, work ends at 2 a.m. Then we have to be there at 1 p.m. So where am I going to find the time to take out these braids and do another hairstyle? I got no reason why my this change. And I know 3 other girls that work with the same hairstyle. So I was so confused. Like, Ingati, they were out to get me because I'm new, or maybe they didn't want me there. Because I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the part one, but even when I came into work today, they were like, we were demoting you. Just because I was slow on my first day and still trying to learn the ropes. We're demoting you. I'm like, guys, can I please work? Because I bought the uniform, I paid the transport to come here. They let me work, but at what cost? Because I only made 100 rand because it definitely is for I can't. So I'm like, I tell this manager, I'm like, I can change my hairstyle within a few days. She's like, hairstyle. She's speaking English. But what? Don't come back to work unale hairstyle. Gomso, which is Friday. Today's Friday, yeah. So I'm like guys, but more so especially me. Like, especially because in China, I don't politics but some other girls told me that before I worked there, they called them for a meeting and they said that Babi, Baba gift card is coming, makeup, Babi. How do you say that to people? Like, Guys, it's so painful. And they fine us for everything. Your hair is not up to their standard, fine. Your nails are not done, fine for your own into. We are fueling the restaurant. That's the but restaurant. No, guys, I thought I should speak up because if like, yeah, I need a serious investigation. I'm trying soft. Maybe I don't know how things work, but no ways. The first day I worked there, I came home with blisters, being sore, guys, because my feet were so sore. Like, but I told myself I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna prove myself. But toxic like environment, they are so mean. The managers like mean girls on 100. I told myself, nah, fuck off, guys. I like, and now apparently they were looking for me, saying I owe them tomorrow. Man, Disney man, uban, like basically, I spent so much money. I spent so much money, guys, on literally all of this, like equipment, indoni. Lungisani, if anyone from that restaurant sees this video, lungisani indlela enenza izinto. So since I posted the video Izolo, some of the managers at Babel did try to call me, contact me, but I've not been returning their calls or their messages. One of the managers even went as far as DMing me on Instagram, offering to refund me for a uniform as well as the equipment in exchange for me taking down the video. Obviously, I did not respond to them. And it really saddens me because they think this is really just about the money. Yes, I did incur financial loss, but it's more about the principle. I thought that they would admit their wrongdoing and try to better the working conditions of the employees, but I don't think they see themselves in the wrong. They have gone as far as asking or making the employees report my account, report my videos. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a student, but I'm also a part-time content creator. So apps like Instagram and TikTok, that's where I make a little bit of extra money. So them trying to get my account taken down is cruel because they are now taking my last source of income, or at least trying to, but hopefully it's not going to work. Yeah, so since I posted that video, there are Abantu in my DM who have been sharing their testimonies, telling me about the experiences that they have had at Babel and other restaurants and clubs as well. It's really disheartening and heartbreaking, and I really hope that these restaurants can make an effort to right their wrongs and better the working conditions of the employees, because I just want to say thank you to you guys for all of the support. I see you guys in the comments. I see you guys leaving bad reviews under Google. You guys have even posted the video on Twitter. It's going viral. You guys have made such a great effort to create awareness. So I really appreciate what you guys are doing, because you're not only helping me, you're also helping the employees who are still working at Babel, because I quit most. And I want to thank the people who have gone the extra mile, because there are people in my DMs who've been offering me job opportunities, who've been plugging me with job vacancies, trying to lessen the impact of the situation that Babel has put me in. And I want to say thank you for the EFF, especially for the action that they're taking against Babel. They released a statement. They said that they're going to go to Babel to make sure that employees are passing employment contracts, basic salary and whatnot. So thank you so much to the EFF. It just goes to show how united we are as a country and how powerful social media can be. So I just want to thank everybody for all of your support, basically.
So what now? From here, the employer is going to be charged, and then the employees are also going to be charged. With the employees, we are going to effect deportation. With the employer will have to be fined, subjected to a fine, and then we're going to take them through the court process.